I'm looking forward to next year. But listen, they can't invite me every year because you gotta get somebody else to turn. I'll be so, y'all understand. I kind of feel the way when I look on the calendar and they say, well, they didn't do it this year. Oh, okay. Maybe next year. Last year, I probably would have came, but I would have came on crutches. Most of you know I've had double knee replacement, and it was rough. It was rough. And can I just share this with you for a minute? You know, I mean, I'm different, you know. My approach is pretty much just a regular dude talking to a lot of regular people. Because at the end, that's all celebrities really are. Is they're regular people who a lot of other regular people know. And I don't know, sometimes we believe our own comic book. But last year, went through a deep issue. A lot of you all were here at the ovens when Donnie and I came for the tour, Festival of Praise. So you heard it. And it was a rough time. I met a sister earlier out there. She's getting ready to have hers done. She needs to have them done. God bless you, sister. Go forward. I met a brother who has blood clots in his legs, and they found him, and it made it to his lungs, and he made it out tonight. And he didn't necessarily come just to see people jump around and see me jump around and all that, because I can't jump, but he didn't come for that. But he came because sometimes you need a word from somebody else who's been through something. And I told him one of the reasons I didn't want to get my knee surgery is because my dad, who I didn't know, but I found out years after he passed that he was my dad. Stuff. Anybody else out there got some stuff? He had a single knee replacement, and he stayed in the hospital 3 or 4 days, is what I understand. And he went home, and 5 days later, he was gone. It was a complication with the blood clot, and it went to his lungs and his heart, and he was gone. And I was afraid to get mine done. But a lot of times when you all see me here, and I be standing up here, I be in so much pain, but I just pressed through. And finally I just decided I need to have them done because they were so bad, bone on bone, severe arthritis, just rubbing, grinding each other, just bow-legged, just couldn't get it together. And I laid down on the table, and they took them out and they put them in. And the enemy talked to me. He said, I got your daddy, and I'm gonna get you. Now, for all you super religious Christians out there that would have looked at him and said, in the name of Jesus, I command thee to rise and get out of this house. Rise in the head and not the tail. I'm above and I believe, say no more. I know, I got you on that. And I went into a depression in a dark place, laying in that bed. And so many days I cried. A lot of y'all heard this story, but somebody didn't. And I cried. One day, 2 of my assistants came to the house, and I was so broken. And I laid in the bed, and I was on the edge, and they came in and they said, hey, when they said that, tears came. I cried, and I felt lost. And one of them grabbed my feet and started praying, and another one grabbed my head, and for 20 minutes they had to minister to me because I felt lost. And God wasn't talking to me. He was silent. What do you do when God is silent? What do you do when God is not talking and the enemy is? When you share the word and you say, I'm going to stand on this word, and all of a sudden you feel nothing, what do? Well, you have to understand, and if you don't get nothing from this tonight, it's that this is not based on a feeling. And sometimes you might have a feeling everything's going to be all right, but sometimes you might not. This is not based on a feeling. For we walk by faith and not by sight. Sometimes God's got to back up and let you walk by faith. Let the enemy talk to you. But I'm going to tell you something. This is what he's going to tell him, like he told Job. Yeah, you can touch this, you can touch that, but don't touch their life. So I stood on this, and some friends of mine, we got together, and I would cry, and I would walk, and I would write songs, and I would be in the middle of it, and I'd just worship, and I would just cry, and I'd be like, Lord, I can't hear you. I can't hear you.